Hey guys, it's Dr. Oh. Hey guys, it's Dr. Kirby here, and we're back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how the Immortal Shieldbow item and the Collector will kind of change up the game a little bit. And it kind of scares me for the future, but maybe that was the point of why those tank items were so broken and introduced back in 4.1, right? Because in 4.2, we got the Collector. This is the ADC patch. We got Collector, Shieldbow, the Mana Immune. It's gonna get reworked. The Essence Reaver. All of those items are gonna get reworked. So I think, because considering mage items are kind of strong, so they compensated with tank. But now tanks look strong, so they compensated with ADC. And my prediction is this patch is gonna be mixed with ADC and Assassin because these two items can coincide with each other and could reflect, your build paths in the future. But I'm just gonna break down why these kind of scare me and why you should be prepared to adapt to items with your items, and who benefits from this. And like every the champions are gonna change a lot from pick rates from the picks, so we need to be more careful, and I will help you guys out on that, just like what I did yesterday with Swain. I'm just gonna guide you through this carefully, okay? So before you get confused, yes, you can build Immortal Shieldbow and Bloodthirster together. It's kind of the pair, but sure, they both gain lifesteal. For example, this is the PC version of Shieldbow. It's 7% lifesteal and Bloodthirster is 15. We can call Bloodthirster the more efficient item. Also, don't forget in Wild Rift we have Omnivamp boots, so you can actually maximize your lifesteal. 15% AD lifesteal plus 7, that's 22, plus 18 for the boots. So that's around 40% Omnivamp. I mean, 40% lifesteal. Wait, what? 22% lifesteal with 18% Omnivamp. So they can kind of coincide each other because Omnivamp, once again, is the overall type of healing with your abilities and auto attacks as well. So yeah, you can build these two together, so it's kind of scary. So we need to be building a lot of anti-heal now. So yeah, but there is a difference between these two passives. Let's talk about Bloodthirster and Wild Rift so you guys get an idea. So when you gain a spell vamp, you get a shield that heals you. You generate a shield that can absorb up to 40, up to 320 based on level. So from when you purchase it, or level 1 to level 18, that's the amount, okay? And when you're the shield decays out of combat over 10 seconds, so it kind of fades out when you are not fighting. Basically, you have to be more aggressive. So this benefits like earlier with Blade of the Ruined King, Yone, etc. Right? So this is when you're very like fighty. And as you can see, the passive is Physical Vamp over here. It's a unique passive. It's not built in. It's not in the stat. It's a passive. So there's that. That's on Wild Rift, right? Oh, excuse me, I'm burping. Let's move on with Bloodthirster on PC. So Bloodthirster on PC is a bit more different. As you can see, the stats here is the lifesteal. So it's not a passive. So, but it's still different either way, right? Bloody is 50%, same thing, right? But this one is just general lifesteal, which lifesteal is from auto attacks. It's not Omnivamp. So the passive piece here is similar. A core shield. Convert the healing maximum received lifesteal in excess of maximum health. Kind of similar. So see, it says again, which slowly decays after not dealing or taking damage. So again, it's, if you're not being aggressive, it will fade out. Or if you're just idle, it will go away. So it's not a savior. It's not a lifeline passive, which is what Immortal Shieldbow has. So I won't be worried if these two stack up. Like you're gonna be fighting and you'll get that shield bow. I mean that bloodthirster shield, but the immortal shield bow passive is when you're about to die. So we all know what the lifeline passive is on items like Phantom Dancer on Wild Rift. So once again, if you don't know, if you take damage that would reduce your health by 30% or below, you're gonna gain a shield based on the level again. And by the way, these numbers could vary from Wild Rift, so be warned there, as you can see. And it's based on your attack damage, 15 to 35 based on your level bonus attack damage. But this has a bigger cooldown, and it's 8 seconds, so it's way huger. That's a nice word. So it's way bigger, and this is the more long lasting one. That's why Bloodthirster cooldown is only 25 seconds, because it decays faster. And even if the health numbers is not a lot, I mean similar, yeah, it's shortened down to, I mean, look at the shielding here. It's a little bit bigger, but this one can fade away if you're because it will, if you're not doing anything, it will fade away. If you're fighting a lot, you can pop that. They can pop your shield and it's gone, right? So that's why it's not that problematic compared to an immortal shield bow. So yeah, you guys have to be careful because also the stats. Every champion, the champions gonna be played are so gonna be different now, which we'll talk about later in a bit. But you can see, being mindful, whoever benefits from attack damage, attack speed, critical strike chance, and lifesteal. My mind went to Yone. As you can see here, bloodthirster is attack damage, critical chance, and lifesteal. In Wild Rift, it's just attack damage, critical strike chance. Also, like I said, the vamp is a passive. So be mindful on who benefits those because I can just name a few. So let's talk about the champions that can benefit from Shieldbow, and there's a lot. There's a lot. Let's start with someone scary. Her. Samira. Now when the items were announced, I kind of got scared because her build's going to be her build is becoming really close to PC. Why? It could not be like PC, but I know that this alone is scary enough. So let's talk about it. So you can build bloodthirster first, obviously, because you want the crit chance. But depending on what the stats is gonna be, if these stats are similar to Wild Rift's version of Shieldbow, she can build this first now and then build her Infinity Edge and then build her Collector and then build her Bloodthirster and then Sterix. If she has Bloodthirster, Shieldbow, and Sterix, she gains a chunky shield also. Because if you read, actually, she might not get a big shield because it doesn't stack. Look, Lifeline. If you take below maximum health 35, you gain a shield that absorbs 35% of your bonus health. So she might have to sacrifice the Sterix gauge for more damage because the reason people buy Sterix on Samira is health. As you can see, her build is very tanky. She's gonna replace this with Collector, which we'll talk about next, and then she'll replace this with with Bloodthirster, or I mean Immortal Shieldbow, Infinity Edge, Collector. Lord Dominic's could be here, and then Bloodthirster. So she's gonna be way more squishier, which kind of nerfs her a bit because she's more easier to catch. But if a good Samira can actually get the CC done, if she can avoid the CC and knows how to counter, she can actually kill a whole team and lifesteal off of it, and she'll be fine. So once again, build your anti-heals. Before we move on to the Collector, let's talk about champions that will benefit for this very quickly. Once again, this could vary because builds are different, items are different in Wild Rift compared to PC, but I'm just giving you guys like an idea, and maybe you want to experiment it with yourself, okay? So let's get into it. So Aatrox, we know. He Lifesteal King over here. I don't know if he's nerfed. I haven't played Wild Rift since I last streamed. Since I last did a Wild Rift stream, I haven't played, so take that as you may, but he's still annoying no matter what, even if I left. Akshan actually benefits from, there was this build era in PC where they build Shieldbow with Wit's End that actually did very well with the crowd, and Akshan being so aggressive sometimes in lane, you have to like really attack, and he does a lot of damage, hurts, and when he ganks as well, he has a survivability now with that shield, right? Ashe benefits from this as well. Like I said earlier with Akshan, there was that build in PC where it was Shieldbow and Wit's End. That was such a popular build. But I don't know, Ashe is very versatile. I mean, you can build her support and get away. No, not Camille. Caitlyn, maybe. I don't know. Caitlyn relies more on crit. Darius, maybe. Well, Darius is more of a bruiser. He has a lot of lifesteal in general anyway when he gets Death Stance. Also, yeah, by the way, Death Stance, forgot about that. This one is another scary person. I'm burping a lot, excuse me, because I'm talking in air. Draven. Now, Draven, hello. Another Samira that's scary. Because usually he builds Bloodthirster first, and then he goes for... What is his build? I don't really play Draven. Yeah, very similar to Samira. Yeah, maybe he can replace this with... If the stats are good, he can sacrifice some attack speed for the Shieldbow. Actually, they give attack speed here. Maybe Shieldbow and Wild Rift will give like 15%. And I think that's enough for Draven. So he has a lot of lifesteal, guys. So stack up your lifesteal, girls. Let's see. We're just going to go quickly through this. Graves could benefit from this. He gets more tankiness. If he dies, he gains a shield back. Oh god, Irelia. Watch out. Irelia means they're going to kill you. Maybe J4 if you're like going like an assassin build. That's cute. Jax Jax doesn't benefit that actually. Jin, oh my gosh, Jin, girl. We'll talk about Collector in a bit, but he doesn't benefit for shield. The Collector is the one that's scary, girl. We need to get into it. Not Jinx. Maybe Jinx. Is she lifesteal? She's more. Yeah, she's more of a critty girl. Maybe you can build Shieldbow instead of bloodthirster if you want more attack speed. You know, bloodthirster and Shieldbow are very different from each other. They're not really similar. So yeah, take that with you, May, and pick one or the other, especially when you're going with champions that are auto attacky. If you're going for life steely champions like Samira or Draven, I think you can take the two items, because you just want that maximum value with your life steal. But I don't know, I feel like something's happening in items that I don't know, so let's get into that. I don't know if Kaisa can benefit from this, because Kaisa is all about, building up her what's that word? Her evolution. There we go. Not cat. Maybe cat. Kane. I don't know. Kha'Zix. Lee Sin. Lee Sin's, you can in Lee Sin you can either go fighty, like what's that word? Black Cleaver and stuff, or assassiny. So, maybe this could benefit. I don't know. Lucian. Does Lucian build? And Lucian is more critty. He's more critty, focusing on his cooldowns and stuff. So MF really benefits with Collector, which we'll talk about. He's gonna be a little scary now with Collector and Shieldbow as well. But depends if they build it or not, right? No, not that. That's Olaf maybe. Pike. Pike is gonna be so broken in the next patch with Collector, and we'll talk about I'll talk about Serpent's Fang after this. Maybe Renekton, I don't know. Riven, she doesn't really benefit from that. She's more of like a mix of AD and she doesn't really rely on heals. She relies on shields of her third skill. Samira, we're gonna get healed. Maybe Seth, I don't know. No, I don't know about Shyvana. What team was there? Vayne. Oh god, I forgot about Vayne. Vayne will benefit from. Oh, I forgot about Vayne. She's gonna come back and have a resurgence. I don't know how Vayne is now in the meta, but I know Vayne in general is very scary with a lot of lifesteal because she has a true damage proc. Maybe Twitch. Let's see. No, no. I think Twitch is good on his own with his Venom passive. So yeah, no. Warwick maybe a lethal tempo Warwick top. Hey, Tryndamere girl scary. Tristana maybe is good with. Does she build Collector on PC? I don't think so. Maybe Collector's good on her. We'll talk about Collector later. I think she benefits from Collector. No. Okay. Wukong, no. Zinj, no. Maybe, no. Zeri could. Zed is scary with Collector. These two are gonna be scary with Bloodthirster. I mean, Shieldbow and Collector. Well, maybe Zed's more scary with Collector. But these two brothers, girl, we gotta ban bitches. Okay, so there's that. Now, how do you counter these items? Well, we have a solution, Serpent's Fang. Now, that's why I mentioned earlier that Pyke is going to be so broken in the next patch, because not only does he benefit from the new Collector, which we'll talk about in a sec, but yeah, he can build this Serpent's Fang, and he gets the good stats, which is the AD and the lethality, and then she can still it's an anti-heal for shields, which I've mentioned. So he can counter the shield. I feel like we're gonna be in a shield meta in a bit in Wild Rift. Haven't checked, but I feel like it's happening. So we guys better be careful, So yeah, this is what you need to counter those shields with Immortal Shieldbow or anything shield based, because I feel like we're slowly dipping into that. Pero I went Tagalog, but I'm not sure. So take it with a grain of salt, y'all. Okay, so there's that. We talked about the Shieldbow and Bloodthirster and how they're different. We talked about Serpent Fang to counter. Now let's talk about the Collector. Now, what is the Collector? So the Collector basically is more of a mix of a crit lethality AD item. So these are good on assassins because you want this extra critical strike chance to just do more damage and kind of potentially your burst, right? So let's talk about the what's this word? Passive. So unique passive, debt and taxes. So if you deal below 5% of their maximum health, you can execute them a la Pyke. So this is why it benefits Pyke so much. And they give you an additional 25 gold. This could change, by the way, in Wild Rift. I don't know what's the maximum, probably the same thing. But I think with Pyke, it can stack up. So for example, if he executes at 10%, 15, if the enemy's at 50%, dead. So yeah, this is really scary, and it gives you a lot of gold. This is a good support item for I don't know if it's actually a good support item. It doesn't really give. I don't know about that. It's a little controversial, but this is very scary on Samira because Samira, if she builds this, she will burst, especially when she does her ultimate. She can execute people by with their 5% maximum health or whatever how much and pike. So remember, guys, one of the I can't mention everyone right now because I don't want to waste your time, but the scarier champions that could benefit from this is Samira. Where is she? Samira, Pike, and what's her name? MF. Now, why MF? Okay, so I'm gonna share a background. I'm pretty sure everyone remembers this, but back in the day, there was MF era where she was lethality. So it was like Yomu's Ghostblade into Eclipse, into something. So in this case, maybe we can do. Wait, let's look at a Z build. Let's look at Z build as an example because I don't. This is full lethality. Well, okay. So we don't have much lethality items. So we have this. This. Is this lethality? Okay, anyway. So, wait, I want to know what's a lethality item in Wild Rift. So, oh, Duskblade. Yes, I remember. So in Wild Rift, our lethality items are Duskblade. Well, this was removed. Duskblade, Edge of Night, and Yomu's, right? So you built this and did this. There wasn't any variety for lethality items. Now with Collector, she can build off of that and benefit from more. So for example, an MF build could be like Yomu's, maybe. You can't buy Collector yet. We need more damage. Maybe Duskblade's here. And then maybe IE. And then Sorel does. And then Collector or Edge of Night. And then your boots could vary. Like that. That's going to be like an Assassin-y MF build. I don't know what runes are good for her. Maybe just Electrocute. But that's how... Back in PC, we used to build her crazily with those types of items. So yeah, that's why I'm really scared for like Zeds and anyone who can execute Pike and all that. But yeah, that's all I have to say with that. I'm not really familiar with this item, but this could be pretty scary. And it could benefit some people, and who knows, in the future, there's a lot of good pro players out there that might make builds off of this. So be cautious. I'm not really familiar with the AD items. I'm more of an AP girly. So, excuse me. Take caution which you will, okay? But yeah, that was a quick rundown, 17 minutes of the Serpent's Fang, not the Serpent's Fang, the Bloodthirster, no, the Shieldbow, and the Collector. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I will answer them. But yeah, I just want to give you guys an idea of what to expect when it comes to the Collector and the Shieldbow. I don't know what's going to happen with the other 3 items that are getting reworked for AD, but I think this is the era of AD, or maybe it couldn't. Because when Twitch came out, he was balanced. I think they're getting a hint now of how to balance this. Because remember how annoying the Twin Guard Amaranth era was? So, yeah, they learned their lesson from that. But I think it's not going to overshadow... I think the 80 items are not going to overshadow the tank. We need that cohesion of balance. So, yeah. That was the video. Like I said, any questions, leave them in the comments below. Make sure you guys like the video. Dislike it if you didn't. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit the notification bell for whenever I upload a new video. Join my Discord, link in the description below. If you want to donate to my PayPal/Coffee, the link is in the description below as well. What else do I do? I know I haven't streamed a lot, but I'm trying to be in the video era for a bit before I slowly get back into things. So, you know, here's another helpful guide for you after I posted the... What's that word? I posted the Swain guide yesterday. Even though it didn't get noticed, I'm just preparing for the future. And this is what I'm doing again. So, yeah. Like I said, if you guys are curious about Shieldbow and Collector, make sure you guys read up items on the wiki or just watch videos about champions that benefit from it and maybe prepare yourself and itemize yourself for 4.2. The only thing I'm excited for 4.2 is the 120 FPS, okay? Well, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.